Alright, I'm about to tell you something that sounds completely broken, but it actually works. If you've been trying to get unlimited arrows in Crimson Desert, most people will tell you to go for the Greater Infinite Arrows Abyss gear, right? Sounds logical, until you realize it literally breaks after 100 uses. Yeah, infinite doesn't feel so infinite anymore. But here's where things get interesting, because there's a much smarter way to play this. Instead of relying on the greater version, what you really want to do is stack Infinite Arrows 2 and Infinite Arrows 3. These give you a 40% and 60% chance to recover arrows, and when you combine them, you basically eliminate the need to ever worry about ammo again. It's not just efficient, it's borderline game-breaking in the best way possible. So if you want true infinite arrows without the downside, this is the method you should be using, and in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to make it happen. I'm quickly
Very small portion of the audience is subscribed to the channel.
If you enjoy these types of list videos,
don't forget to subscribe if you like these types of videos.
Enjoy watching.
Thanks.
Alright, so if you're trying to get the Infinite Arrows Abyss gear in Crimson Desert, the first thing you need to understand is that it all starts with farming weapons that already have Abyss gears embedded in them. You're not crafting anything here at the beginning, you're basically collecting as many of these special weapons as possible from enemies. The best spot for this is Icewatch Altar, located southwest of Forebearers Barrens, right between Pyloon and the Crimson Desert. This place is packed with enemies that usually carry shields and one-handed weapons, which is actually perfect for what we're trying to do, because you can disarm them and take their gear instead of just killing them outright. Before you go in, you want to prepare properly. Bring plenty of food because you'll be taking damage over time, and make sure you're wearing ice-resistant armor like the Frost-Cursed armor set. The cold effects here are no joke, and if you're not prepared, you'll spend more time recovering than farming. Now for the actual farming loop. You'll want to equip a shield and get ready to control crowds. Your weapon choice doesn't really matter too much here, but having a shield is important. When enemies approach, focus on blocking and reading their attacks. The key move is a parry, which you perform by pressing left bumper or L1 together with right trigger or R2 at the right timing. Instead of killing them, your goal is to disarm them so their weapons fly out of their hands. Once you start getting clean disarms, things get into rhythm. Pick up the weapons and shields they drop, but do not finish them off. Keep healing with food whenever needed, and if you get frozen, make sure to break out quickly so you don't get overwhelmed. The idea is to slowly strip the entire group of their gear while staying alive. When most of the enemies are disarmed, don't just stay there forever. Run away until the red blur disappears from your minimap, then circle around the nearby hills to reset their behavior. After a short time, they'll reset, and you can go back in and repeat the whole process. Keep doing this until your inventory is completely full of weapons and shields that contain Abyss gears, then head out and visit any witch you've unlocked, like Alolan, to continue your progress. Once you've finished farming weapons filled with Abyss gears, the next step is actually where the real progression starts. Head over to any witch vendor you've unlocked in Crimson Desert. It does not matter which one, since they all share the same core functionality. Bring your entire backpack of loot with you before doing anything else. Inside the vendor menu, look for the option called Extract Abyss Gear. This is where you strip every Abyss gear from the weapons and shields you collected. Once extraction is complete, the gear items will be added to your inventory and the original weapons will basically become empty shells. At that point, you can safely sell them for silver, but only after you've confirmed all valuable Abyss gears have been extracted. Before moving forward, make sure you save your game. This step is absolutely critical. If anything goes wrong during synthesis or you don't get the result you want, this save will be your safety net. Think of it as your reset point for the entire process. Now comes the important part. Go into the Craft Abyss Gear menu. From there, navigate to the Special Synthesis section. This system allows you to take the Abyss gears you extracted and convert them into completely new, random Abyss gears. This is where you start rolling for Infinite Arrows. When you begin synthesizing, you are looking specifically for Infinite Arrows 2 and Infinite Arrows 3. If you do not get them, you simply reload your save game and try again. This is why the earlier save is so important, because it lets you repeat the process without losing resources. The best strategy here is to re-roll multiple Abyss gears at once, ideally 15 or more in a single batch. This increases your chances of seeing at least one of the Infinite Arrows versions in a single run. When you finally get either Infinite Arrows 2 or 3, do not rush forward immediately. Instead, save your game again in a new slot. This creates a second checkpoint where you've already secured part of the goal. You should still have enough Abyss gears left to continue re-rolling, plus now you're working from a stronger position with partial success already locked in. From there, continue re-rolling the remaining Abyss gears until you obtain the version you are missing. If it does not appear, simply load your previous save and try again. Repeat this cycle until you successfully obtain both Infinite Arrows 2 and Infinite Arrows 3, which together give you a full 100% arrow return setup when combined. Now that you finally have both copies of the Infinite Arrows Abyss gear, the next step is to actually build your weapon setup around them. Pick the bow you enjoy using the most and pair it with your preferred arrows. It can be any bow you like, as long as it has enough potential to support your build and still has room for Abyss gear interaction. If your bow does not already have open Abyss gear slots, you will need to fix that first. Go into the Witches menu and use the Create Socket option. This process unlocks additional slots on your weapon, allowing you to properly install your Infinite Arrows setup. Without this step, you simply cannot fully activate the build. Once your sockets are ready, head over to the Embed Abyss Gears tab. From there, insert both Infinite Arrows 2 and Infinite Arrows 3 into your bow. After that, your build is complete and you can freely spam things like explosive arrows or poison arrows without worrying about ammo. This turns your bow into a constant damage machine, perfect for melting bosses or clearing huge enemy groups without ever running dry. The video ends here. See you in another video. Don't forget to subscribe.